Breaking. Coalition of northern groups stunned Sokoto over massacre, mobilizing for mass protest and civil disobedience. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Are you listening to those fellow Nigerians? It as if what I've been saying is happening gradually. I said it will get to a point where people will no longer be saying, help me. They will no longer be crying, help me, while these people commit all sort of menace. When these people rape underage children and mothers alike. When these people go and give people trauma for life. As you are coming out of this trauma, another one is happening. As you are doing this, that is happening. That is just it. People will no longer be saying, help me. They'll be saying, it is better I go down. And let me go down fighting for myself. That is going to happen. And it is already happening as we discuss. Wow. I keep asking myself, this government has failed us. Yes, people will say, oh, they have done good in this area, but because in the area of security now, once it concerns security, if you're not getting it right, I tell you, it will be very difficult for people to see any other thing you are doing right. Let's listen to the news in detail. The incident has generated public outrage with northern groups and youths calling for the resignation of President Muhammadu Buhari. The coalition of northern group CNG has mobilized to Sokoto State to demand justice for the dozens of bus passengers recently killed by the bandits in the state. According to the Sokoto government, 23 persons were killed when the bandits attacked and burnt a passenger vehicle on December 6th in the Isa local government area of the state. The victims were traveling from Sokoto to Kaduna. The incident has generated public outrage with northern groups and youths calling for the resignation of President Muhammadu Buhari, especially following his last week visit to Lagos to inaugurate project and attend a book launch. However, the coalition of northern group CNG has vowed to get justice for the victims. Confirming the development in a statement obtained by Sahara reporters on Sunday, the spokesperson for the group, Abdulaziz Sulaiman, said the entire leadership of the coalition from all the 19 northern states have arrived in Sokoto. We are here to engage families of the victims, the endangered committees in Sokoto and KB, religious clerics and other civil society to discuss urgent practical action plan to force the government to act. Action may not preclude mass protest and prolonged civil disobedience to send the message to the government that the game is up and the patience of northerners has reached its nadir, the lowest point in the situation. Wow, wow, wow. I said it. Look, it is like my name will turn to a prophet or a prophetess, to be sincere. Like my name will now be a prophet or a prophetess. A prophetess. I said it that if you keep ignoring these people, people were being burnt alive, and the government, he himself, the president himself, was actually in Lagos State. Look at in Lagos State, they were saying something happening in this particular place. You could not delegate anybody to go on your behalf. What does that tell you? You are so lackadaisical about what is happening. It does not concern you because it has not happened to your family member. You know, they said people who are the receiving end, they are the ones that know how it pinches. And I'm saying no to that. The Southerners have been screaming. Southerners have been screaming that this thing is getting out of hand. These people that are being killed every day, they're Nigerians. They breathe the same air we breathe. They farm on the same soil that we step on. The only thing is that they're at another end. You cannot come and say it does not concern you. Why? Because you cannot say, oh, because this is Nigeria. And let's say, for instance, in a particular area, let's say, God forbid, a disease is claiming lives there. You're not going to say, because it does not get into the south. It does not concern you. Southerners have been crying. They have been crying. Why? Because these people are human beings. Yes. And I keep asking, what is our crime? Did the Northerners commit a crime? If they committed any crime, haven't people been killed enough? If you start counting, don't go far. Start counting from the 1st of December to date. Do you know how many people's lives have been lost? Are we going to talk about the one where this commissioner, a certain ex-commissioner of, I don't know the part of, will I say the FCT, he was killed and people abducted? That's one now. We don't even know the updates on that one. Why we are still saying, oh, things kept happening. Why we were still saying what is going on. This happened, and the government, the president himself, he flew to this place. While he was flying to this place, his vice went to another place. What does that say? They don't care. And you know my nuance in all this. People will still be gullible come next election. People will be gullible come next election. They are going to come and they are going to give people as little as 3 or 4 or 5 cups of rice. And they will give them 1, 2, 3. If they give them too much, 10, 20, or at most 50,000 naira. And they will tell you to forget your suffering for 8 years. And some people will be gullible enough. And some people will collect that money. And I keep asking myself, how can we grow with this mentality? Some people, they have reduced themselves to the level where they believe that they cannot do things for themselves. They believe and depend so much on people. Like they don't believe that if I try and strive on this particular thing, it will get to a point where I'm going to break through and the sky will be my starting point. They have subjected themselves to feeding on crumbs. And these people are the problem we have. They are the problem. Yes, they are the problem. The poor man is the problem of a fellow poor man. Not even the rich. Because if the poor man decides today that no, uncle, I'm no longer going to be your slave. I am not going to do this again. Do you know the power in you telling yourself that you will not be a slave to another person? You have taken over the power from him. Yes, he's going to try and want to intimidate you, but if you stand your ground, I tell you, he will not want to go and do those things himself. He does not have the balls to do it himself. These people that go around killing people, helping people to go and kill people here, do you think they can do it themselves? If they can do it themselves, let them go and pull it. It is until the masses know the kind of power they have, that is when they are going to wake up. So I just hope that this one now that is happening is telling people, look, it is time will come and say, no, we cannot continue with this type of constitution we have. If somebody is not doing good for 2 years, we don't even need, just you are going to be doing only 1 term henceforth. We should be trashing this constitution, this period, and saying no and no, never again. If you are going to, or you want to ascend, you want to become the president, and you are elected as the president-elect, from day 1 to 2 years, you cannot do a particular thing well when it comes to security. You are leaving that office. You are leaving that office and somebody who is going to do better comes. If you commit a crime on the seat, you are facing it immediately. Nothing like keep it in the freezer when I come out. Nothing like that. It is until we grow to these points as electorate, knowing the power we have in ourselves, that is when this country will move forward. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.